What's going on, guys? My name is jawrz, and I wanted to pay homage to a YouTuber that I was, infatuated with. I used to watch his videos every single bloody day, and that is Stone Post 34. I don't know if he ever does watch this, if he ever does. I was young, man. I'm 27 years old now, and I think I was watching you when I was about 14, right? I was thinking I was like 14, 13, 15 when I was watching Stone Post 34 videos. And he used to have this series called Growing Up with Stone Post, right? So I'm going to do a little Growing Up with jawrz, where we explain like real life stories, real life scenarios that happened to us and to me. And it's just entertaining. I always wanted to do this, guys. I always wanted to bring this kind of series on my channel. Um, it's the best thing to do is to do it shit-faced drunk. And I am quite drunk right now, guys. I'm like three, Jamesons in. I think I've taken like a triple shot 3 times. So, yeah, you're probably never going to see me this lit, guys. You know what I'm saying? But fuck it. Let's go. I want to talk about the story when I first ever had my first threesome, and this was the funniest thing I could ever say. Like, this is the funniest story I could ever tell, right? And it was unorthodox. It never went as traditional as a traditional threesome. What is a traditional threesome? Like, it's an untraditional meeting anyway, right? But yeah, so we went to this party, me and my friends, and back then what we used to do, it'll be a girl group and a guy group, and within those two groups there'll be mixtures of people who are interested within each other, right? So in this specific girl group, right, I'm not gonna do no names or whatever the fuck. In this specific girl group, I had two girls that liked me, right? And it's always unusual when you have two girls that like you because you're sat there thinking, which one do I pick, right? I remember I used to have conversations with my boys, like, yo, which one should I pick? Like, which one's better? Which one's going to be good in bed, etc., etc. That was my main, kind of thought process behind who I was going to pick that night, right? I'm sat there, we go into this party, the girls are already there first, and we're drinking, we're chilling, and I get to speaking to one of these girls, right? Speaking to them, the conversation's going well. I realized that they were really, really into me, right? But as I'm speaking to this girl, guys, there is another girl that is just eyeing us up like, like we were just some chicken or something, right? So this girl's watching us, and I go get a drink. I said, yo, do you want a drink? I'll go get another drink. And I'm like to this girl, okay, cool, I'll be back. Let me go get us a drink. I'll be back. Long story short, this girl that was watching us pulled up to me and said, yo, like, how are you? Hi, like, who are you? What's your name? Yada, yada, yada. And we met for the first time. But she was very, very interested in me, her demeanor, the words she was using. And long story short, I came back with this girl to go sit down with the girl I was originally getting a drink for. So I'm sat there, we're drinking, we're having fun, we're getting to know each other, and it's getting towards the later part of the night, right? And for me, I kind of had the vibe, like I kind of knew, like, okay, I'm gonna have sex tonight. I just didn't know who with. It was just, okay, both these girls are into me, which one do I pick? And that's just the logical, straightforward guy thinking, okay, you're gonna have to pick one, yada, yada, yada. It's the most natural thing that you could think of. Long story short, guys, right? So I'm talking to one guy, I said, yo, I'm about to leave soon. What's going on? You trying to link up? She said, yeah, I'm trying to link up. But the other girl, she also says, yo, I'm trying to link up, right? So I'm sat there thinking, bro, so I got two girls wanting to link up at the same time on the same night. What do we do in this situation? And you know what, guys? I actually didn't have to, push or ask or anything. one of the girls suggested that we all go back to my hotel. For me personally, guys, I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was some freaky Diddy shit where one girl's gonna watch and the other one. Do you know what I'm saying? I really thought it was some Diddy shit, but it wasn't the case. We had a very good night. They both took turns, and it was just a memorable night. That was my first ever threesome ever on this planet. I've never had one. I'm not a superstar. I'm not a big YouTuber. Never had one. And yeah, that was my first threesome experience. So I hope you guys like this video. I'm gonna try to do more of real life videos, if you want to say. If this one does well, I'll bring it back. If it doesn't, then I'll leave it in the wind. But yeah, guys, just be open-minded. Just be open-minded. Two girls liked me on the night, and I ended up sleeping with both of them. It's your boy jawrz and Buckgreaves. And shout out Stone Point Study 4.